Good morning, everybody. It's Brian of Brian's Budget Bonsai, and I'm back. Thank you for all that gave me, well wishes after my recent brief but a little scary hospitalization over the weekend. And I'm back. Got some doctor's appointments I got to go to. Gonna have to be a little bit better about taking care of myself. Lately, I think I've been neglecting the basics. Easier to give advice than take it, as they say. But we're going to try to see if we can, get back in the habit of doing some videos and get into, it kind of falls kind of like in the end of summer, beginning of fall here. It's kind of like they say the dog days, where there's not much to do in terms of the bonsais, except for keep them alive, keep them watering. We've had so very little rain in this area here, so it's been very dry. So my spare time has been kept up with, just kind of to keep up with the watering, trying to keep these things alive. But it's getting closer to mid-fall now, and we're going to start seeing things like I'm going to do some planting of some seeds that I've been gathering. This fall time's a lot of times to be able to find like interesting seeds and whatnot to try to plan out for a couple the future, get some things in some pots to get them grow. Preparation for winter. There's a few things I need to do with my tropical setup that I have in the garage with the lighting, and of course, obviously, there might be some fall pruning involved. I want to give you a short update on my maple here. This is the one that dropped its leaves a couple weeks ago, and really I didn't know whether or not it was dead or not, but as we scan up, there are just a few leaves coming out. Now, it's late in the season. These aren't really going to have a chance to do anything, but they are showing that this tree is not dead. There's also some very small, I don't know, they're probably too small to even get on the camera here in terms of focus, little buds that are forming along in different places. So I don't think this died. It just went through a little bit of drought shock and decided to just drop its leaves as a means of survival. Again, when you're relying a lot on a watering system, sometimes things don't get as much as they need, and when you're not getting it naturally from the sky, it can suffer a little bit. Another little update I thought I'd show you. This is the pine that I did the removal of the inverse taper at the top, and that has stimulated a lot of bud growth. So hoping that these buds survive this winter. Maybe get basically increase the density of this tree. Right now it's a little bit thin and scraggly, but maybe forcing all its energy into these branches will help this fill out a little bit. And some unfortunate news. One of my junipers died. One of my dwarf Alberta spruce that died, and half of this juniper died off. This was one of my Cascade junipers, and had been doing pretty well all winter long. I mean, all summer long, I should say. And then just half of it died off, seemingly overnight. So I don't know what its problem is. It's still alive. I might have to just restyle this based on what's still alive. If it survives, I'm going to just keep it kind of like sheltered a little bit. Make sure it doesn't have too much stress, and to see if the remaining part, at least the Cascade, is still alive, and I could probably still make something out of that green part there. With some redirection, it might be able to turn into a new crown, but we'll see. I have woke up this morning, took my dog for a walk, and realized that we got some frost last night. I think it's just on the elevated surfaces, like the roofs. There's a little bit on some of the grass out there, I did check my tropicals, like my ficuses and stuff like that, for any frost, and so far they're not so. But this has put a urgency to me getting my setup for overwintering. My bonsais actually finished up this weekend because yeah, it's going to be only a matter of time now before we get hard enough frost that will kill off a lot of these tropicals, and I need to put them in the garage, which means this weekend I got to do this. Okay, I think we're all right. These are my ficuses, and they are not frosted, so I think we're okay. Yeah, the overnight low was only predicted to be like in the low 40s, so I was really kind of surprised to see frost, but that's the way it happens sometimes. If the atmospheric conditions are just right, you'll get a frost even though the temperatures may not be actually below freezing. Luckily, I had in the last couple of weeks, because we were getting temperatures that were below 50 degrees at night, I had already moved a few things inside the garage to be protected. The acacia cuttings that I got from Dave Harding, and my flame trees, I think it's Delonix regia. They brought them in there, got them on my windowsill with some grow lights there. So that's helpful, but what this does tell me is that this weekend I gotta really get off my butt about actually getting around to my project of redoing my basically my indoor section for my bonsais. I wanted to redo the framework that the lighting is set up on there. The other stuff was pretty rickety and thrown together rather haphazardly, so I'm going to put together a little bit more sturdy of a framework for the grow lights. So that's a project for this weekend, and I think that the frost today has essentially said that this is something I cannot put off anymore.